Hi everybody, it's Elena and I wanted to make a video today about fear and jumping out of your comfort zone. Once you learn to manage your fear, jumping out of your comfort zone comes naturally, but you first have to control your mind. You need to realize that fear is not real. That fear that you feel is your mind tricking you. You are using that as an excuse to not live to your full potential, and it is time to quit. The three things that people fear most is pain of loss. What I mean by that is, say you're thinking of signing up as a Beachbody coach. Your mind is going to go to, well, what happens if I sign up and I quit my job and nothing happens? What's going to happen if I'm so focused on Beachbody that my kids aren't going to know me and I'm not going to have a connection with them? What's going to happen if I'm doing Beachbody and my husband gets mad because instead of date nights, I'm working on my computer? And what happens if I lose this? And what happens if I lose a steady paycheck? What happens if I lose this, that, the other? I'm sure your mind will come up with 500 explanations of what you might lose if you take this jump or if you dedicate yourself fully to Beachbody. I want to tell you that this is not real. When I signed up as a coach, I was working 60 hours a week. I had steady income. I had steady checks. I knew exactly, I had people to tell me exactly what to do. When I got fired in December of last year, I had so many people come up to me and say, Elena, aren't you afraid that you're not going to have a steady paycheck? Elena, aren't you afraid that you're not going to know what to do by yourself at home all day? Elena, aren't you afraid that you're going to lose your 401k? Elena, aren't you afraid you're not going to have a retirement? Elena, aren't you afraid that you're not going to have this, that, the other? 500 things, right? Yes, that is normal. Everybody feels that way. I have felt that way. Every top leader, I'm sure, has felt that way. But what ends up happening is you sit there and you think about that and you overthink it. And then you're going to be like, oh my God, yeah, what's going to happen if I don't have a steady paycheck? What's going to happen if I don't have a retirement? What's going to happen if I really like my job and now I'm not going to be able to see those people ever again? And you're feeling like you're losing all of these things. When in reality, what you need to be thinking is, okay, what happens if I'm super successful? So yeah, I might not be making a steady paycheck, $700 every 2 weeks, $1,000 every 2 weeks. But what if I'm making $1,000 a week? What if I'm making $2,000 a week? What if I quit my job and my life changes and I'm free and I have all the freedom I've ever wanted? That sets a different tone in your mind. Instead of thinking of all the negatives that can happen, you have to reprogram your mind to think of the positives, or you will get stuck and you will never make it past the first step. If all you're worried about right now is, what if I lose the connection with my kids because I'm doing Beachbody? Okay, on the flip side, what if you sacrifice a few nights, maybe a year of complete undivided attention to your kids, but you're struggling? What if you sacrifice that so then next year you're financially free? You could take them on vacations. You never have to go to work again. You never miss a field trip. You never miss anything again, ever. That is worth it. But you have to program your mind to think like that. The second thing is pain of change, okay? Everybody is scared of change. Everybody's scared of the process of change. You might be thinking, okay, well, I'm realizing now that, I could sacrifice some things and I'm not going to lose anything because the outcome is going to be great. And I realize that. That might be where you're at right now. But then you're like, oh, wow, like that's going to be really hard. I might have to do Beachbody 24/7 to build this business. I might have to invite a whole bunch of people, and that's hard, and I don't know how to do that, and I don't know how to run challenge groups, and I don't. Your mind is going to start going there and overwhelming you with all of these things that you feel like you don't understand. And you're going to be like, this is scary. This is going to be hard. This is going to be scary. And I don't know if I could do this because I've never done anything like this before. You need to stop. Stop your mind right there, because I know everybody's mind went there. Yes, change can be hard. And yes, change can be challenging. And running a business like Beachbody is both of those. But instead of sitting there and thinking about it in a negative light and thinking about how hard it's going to be and how it's going to be so challenging for you to learn all these things because you just don't know if you could do them and you don't know where to start. No, look at the process different. You need to be excited about challenging yourself. You need to be excited about change. You need to enjoy this process. Once you start thinking about it, that it's going to be something fun and you're going to be growing yourself into such a better person, somebody you don't even recognize, that is going to make it easier. You cannot let your mind sit there and fill you with negativity and doubt, and it will if you do not stop it. But if you realize that this process is worth it and that the change is worth it and that you are not going to look at it negatively and you're going to be excited every day when you go on the computer and learn something new, every day when you read a new book, every day when you start talking to new people, if you look at that process as exciting, it will become exciting and it will no longer be scary and you will get out of that situation. So say you get out of that situation and you're thinking positively about everything, you're ready for the change, your mind then is going to go to fear of outcome. You are going to start thinking, okay, so I got over my fear of losing something. I got over my fear of change, and I am now accepting the fact that this is going to be exciting and I'm super ready to do it. And then your mind's going to go to, what if you fail? It's going to be like, Elena, you don't know if you're going to be good at this. What if you do all of this and it's for nothing? What if you sacrifice all your time for a year and at the end of that year, nothing's better? It might be worse. What if it's worse? What if all these things that you want do not happen? That is where your mind will go. And you're going to sit there and you're going to be like, oh my God, did I just quit my job for nothing? Did I just sign up for a coach and I'm not even sure if this is going to work because I am too afraid to sacrifice all of this stuff and change myself and work on all these things if the outcome is going to be horrible? Like, what if it's not better? What if the grass isn't greener? Yeah, no, the grass isn't greener. I just need to water it here and I need to not move. That's where your mind's going to go. And you're going to sit there and you're going to have all these crazy thoughts going through your head. And ladies and gentlemen, that is fear. That is fear that you have let control your life forever since you were younger. Probably you've probably always done this to yourself, and who knows how many opportunities you missed out on because you let this process of fear just take over. You have to learn to control your mind. So, and again, instead of thinking about all these negative things that might happen, you don't think my mind went there when I got fired from my job that I depended on and I had only been a coach for 6 months? Yeah, my mind went there. You know what I did? I called Andrea on the phone and I told her, no, I am going to do this. I am not going to find another job because I'm going to make Beachbody my job. It is going to work. It is going to work because nothing else even matters to me. My job I got fired from doesn't matter. I love this and I'm going to do this. And I don't care if I'm afraid. I don't care if I sacrifice time. I don't care if I have to grow so much and change so much because I believe that the outcome is positive. I believe that if I do this, I'm not only going to change my life and my kids' life, but I'm going to change millions of people's lives. That's the way I thought of it. I thought of it in a positive outcome. I would not even let my mind linger there any longer about what if I do this and I fail? What if I do this and I don't pay the bills? No. What if I do this and I succeed? What if I do this and I create the freedom that I have never had in my whole entire life? What if I do this and I'm able to give my kids the life I want to give them? That belief in yourself and that willingness to try and do it and let go of your fear, that's going to push you to be successful. That's going to push you to jump out of your comfort zone and do things that you never thought you were going to do because you are realizing that fear is in your mind and you must control it. In order to be successful at anything in life, you must learn to take that fear and take that negativity out of your mind and replace it with positivity. Once that starts happening, once you start realizing that you have control, your life is going to change in so many ways. You're going to be mind blown, I promise. So today, my task for you is to think about something that you've been afraid of doing and realize now how these 3 steps that you could work through it and post your outcome. Post something that you've always been afraid of and post how you're going to overcome your negativity and your fear to become a better person. I believe in all of you and I know that you could do this. Don't be afraid. It is worth it. I promise. Have a great day, guys.